Hi, Meteorologist John Dawson in the Fox Red Weather Center. I want to jump in real quick here and just make sure that you're aware of some weather that's expected to be coming later on this evening. We still have a tornado watch in effect for portions of our viewing area. That would include Montgomery County, Walker County, San Jacinto County, Trinity County. The yellow shaded counties here are where we're having a tornado watch because we still have some ingredients that are just right or will be just right a little bit later on that could be able to produce a tornado. Again, that's going to last until 3 a.m. Now, what I think will be impacting a lot more people is going to be a flood threat. So right now there is a flood watch until 7 a.m. and that's going to be for these counties that are highlighted in yellow, as well as Harris County, which is going to be, of course, our most populated area, and also with a lot of concrete. So when we have that rain falling and that urban flooding is going to be one of those threats that we're concerned with. Currently, we're looking at 7 a.m. when this is going to expire. It really is not expected to start up until probably 4 a.m. or so. So let me get back to the radar and the satellite imagery here so we can kind of see what we're looking at. If you're in the Houston area right now, and for much of the day today, we've had light rain. We really haven't had any sort of problems with our weather. The stormier weather has been well to our northwest. We've had reports of where we have confirmed tornadoes near Austin, near Bryan College Station, up into Madisonville, and currently moving into Crockett. That's kind of what these storms are right here. But what we're waiting on and what we're watching is closer to the frontal boundary itself. And notice this line of storms that reaches down to Austin. And if you look past even down into San Antonio, you see a little bit more of those heavier storms. All of this is expected to kind of fill in and get more organized over the next couple of hours. So when we get to 1 a.m. and 2 a.m., we're beginning to see a much stronger line of storms, a more organized line of storms, and that's going to continue to march, generally speaking, from the west to the east, and then eventually that will be impacting the Houston area, what we'll call early on Tuesday morning, that 4 a.m., 5 a.m., even possibly into 6 a.m. time frame when we'll have some heavy rains repeatedly falling over the same areas, and that's going to create a possibility of some potential flooding. So I'm going to switch to our future cast now, and we'll kind of look at this and step through this. Again, we expect that line to get a little bit more organized. There's that boundary as we move through time and we get to around 2 a.m. We start seeing that line into Sealy and into Katy, and it's, again, more organized. There's still that possibility of rotation in some of these stronger storms. That's why that tornado watch is still in effect up until 3 a.m. So we're getting towards closer to that 3 a.m. mark. But watch how long it takes for the storms to get from this point into the downtown Houston area. It's very slow moving. At 6 a.m., we finally get the system moved in a little bit on the east side of town, but over those 3 to 4 hours, it just did not move very far, and that's why we'll be accumulating some of that rainfall, and we'll be looking for some of that street flooding, that hopefully short-term street flooding, and this is all by 6 o'clock in the morning. So what we're really, the message, of course, that we're really trying to say here is that as this clears out around 7 or maybe 8 o'clock, the daylight returns. We really need some time to assess how much water fell and where it fell, and if the streets have some water in it, we want to make sure that you're safe. So really not wanting to go anywhere until the sun comes up for tomorrow morning. So quick review here. We're still looking at the possibility of those strong to severe storms as we move through the night, at least until 3 a.m. We then switch to that flooding threat up through around 7 a.m. And then what we're really wanting to think through is, what does this mean for me? Well, first of all, what will you do if the electricity goes off at the house? We're not going to be able to probably watch us on the television. So make sure you've got that phone charged. Make sure you've maybe charged up those other batteries if you need to. You'll need multiple ways to stay connected besides just your phone, but for sure your phone. So you have that charged. You've downloaded the Fox 26 weather app, and you'll be able to get those alerts. And the Fox 26 weather app allows you to see whatever we're broadcasting live as far as what we're doing here in the studio. So if we need to be on, whether it be in a newscast or like we are right now, you can do that from the Fox 26 weather app, and it's not just you trying to figure out what some of the information is on the radar. All right, so that brings you up to speed for right now. We will be back as we need to throughout the evening, and of course, Fox 26 News, make sure you tune in the morning show.